you, man?
Dude, I'm fantastic. Thank you for having me here today, brother.
Thanks for taking the time to join us. Where are you in the country? You in LA?
I'm in LA right now. Yes, in my home.
Look amazing out there.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful, bro. The weather out here has been awesome. I don't know. Everyone's been complaining. I love the heat. I
Really?
like.
How hot is it right now?
No, it's getting close to like 100, right? Just about. Yeah, but it feels so like dry. It's hard. Yeah,
Dang, that's like desert heat.
I love it though. I like crisping up. Like I like going out tanning, being by the pool and stuff. So it's been good.
You never have to wear a shirt. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that people stop calling me douchebag as much. It's awesome.
Sure. But you're from Dallas originally, right? And you spent some time in Tennessee. Do you miss anything from those areas? I mean, like once you lived in LA, do you miss anything from like back home or where you grew up?
The food, dude. Like LA has dope food, but in Texas specifically, like Whataburger. Oh my gosh, you ever had a Whataburger?
Yeah. And I actually lived in LA too. So now that you have the battle between Whataburger and In-N-Out.
Bro, Whataburger just says excuse me, and like what's that? Whataburger is like if anyone's had the honey butter chicken biscuit,
Mm,
understand what I'm talking about, bro. I need that in my life. Like I might have to get that like shipped out here or something.
that's gonna be a high Postmates bill, but it's worth it.
Yeah, really high. It's gonna take a while, but we'll
So
get it.
Whataburger over In-N-Out, hands down, easy.
Oh, easy, 100%.
I'm,
So
I'm I feel In-N-Out's overrated. I mean, LA's gonna hate me for saying that because that's their thing, but I think it's overrated. It's overrated a little bit.
what California doesn't understand is Texas has In-N-Out. They're the only other state that has it
Oh yeah.
with both, and people still like Whataburger more. So yeah, they just need to understand Whataburger is that shit. Like I love it.
For sure. So now you're working on music. You signed with DTA. What's that like working with Travis Barker as like not only as like a musician, but kind of like as behind the scenes as him running things and like maybe as a mentor?
Yeah, dude, I love this question because it's just like I want to take any opportunity I can to like praise that man, dude. He's a legend. Like absolutely. Like when people say legend, they don't really know about what they're talking about. Like legend. Like you're around him and you can just tell his energy. He's like so humble, but he's just like not weak at all. You know what I'm saying? He just has so much wisdom and like security, and he knows what he's doing, bro. He makes my songs so much better than anyone else could. You know what I'm saying? Like he just goes in there because he's really hands on. Like every time I'm recording, he's in the studio with me, and so he's just like he's a tank, bro. I love getting with that guy. He's dope.
That's
Super.
pretty awesome. I think people kind of sleep on him like as a producer, like how he can put songs together. They just think of him as the drummer, tattoo drummer, but this boy's got
He got some like recognition for like last month or something. He was like #1 producer of the week or like month or something.
yeah.
He was super pumped about it. So yeah, people need to understand that isn't doing everything. Everything that you're listening to, I promise you, he's in that studio, like working on that song at least once.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's dope.
It's well deserved on his part too. So we got some fan questions. I'm going to try to weave in through this interview. People checking in on Instagram. If you're in the party and I mess up your name, I'm sorry. It wasn't on purpose, but I'm just trying to give you the credit. First question comes from Franny Leah. She wants to ask what inspired you to get into music. I figure that's a good starting point. So if we're going to go on the whole journey, what inspired you to just jump into music?
Dang, that door. Anyway, absolutely. That was my roommate, by the way. He lives here. His name's Josh. Josh. But this like from here to like here is all for Juice World, like all in between there. So Juice World was like the pivoting point for me when I had like a really like an encounter at his concert. I went to his concert in July, right after the social media tour, and
Mm,
he was singing this song "Empty," and like the lines, "I'm empty, I feel so goddamn empty." I tell everyone this, but it's just I love the story. Hear it. But I just like heard like millions of like kids singing this, like all my age, younger, older, like singing this line, and they weren't just like singing a song; they really felt that way. You know, they had at least a percentage of that in their heart, And it was so dope because I heard it as like one voice, and I was like, Juice just unify all of us through like a song, through like lyrics, you know. And those lyrics, because he like was so dedicated and worked in excellence, he captured the ability of like the emotion he had. So all of us got to connect with that. So at that moment, I like, just realized, I was like, holy fuck, dude, like music is way more than I could have ever thought it was. And so I was like, if music can do that, because all I do is I just care about people, brother. That's all I want to do with my life. It's just help people, because they're human souls. That's how I see them. And so I was like, I got to try. So I went home and started talking to as many people as I could, just get in the studio with anybody. So I did end up writing my first song, Comatose. I released it like 6 months later independently, and then Travis hit us up, and then all the labels did.
Mhm.
I went through the process, and then I went with Travis, and because I met him, I was like, oh, this guy is the real deal. So it was awesome.
And just like running into Travis, and then everything just kind of falls afterwards.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was like, so he was the first person to hit up my team, and
Hmm.
it was because of his son, and then also that told him about it. So he called us first. Then he
Right.
called the record labels in New York and in LA, and then I met with Travis last, which was really funny actually. And so I met with him at his vegan restaurant, and I talked about this on my Genius interview, Angels and Demons. I like, and that's how I also knew like this guy was the real deal, because I don't even really mess with vegan food that much. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
vegan restaurant. It was his vegan restaurant,
Oh,
and the food was delicious. Oh my gosh, bro! I almost like I was tweaking because of how good this food was, and so that was like added on to everything. The night was great. He was so humble, so I was like, Travis is who I gotta go with.
that's amazing. And I like what you said about Juice WRLD, because that's kind of like my favorite part about concerts, when you see everybody coming together and singing along. It just hits different on like on another level.
Yeah, it's like spiritual at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome. This is what I want to be. It's what I want to be.
Where was that show at? Do you remember? Was it in LA?
Which
Is
is
it?
awesome. From Dallas. So it was the first concert I've ever been to in my life. Um,
Dang, Juice WRLD's your first one?
Crazy. So it was awesome.
Dang, that's a great one to go to. All right, so moving along, you get into music, you're starting to blow up a little bit, then everything kind of explodes on TikTok. Now you got like 7 million followers. Describe how like TikTok has kind of like played a role in like raising your brand and your popularity throughout.
Absolutely. It was TikTok definitely gave me the exposure.
Hmm.
You know, it was just me and like a select group of people who really just have been kind of like a group on the app that really just grew together, which has been really awesome. Super grateful for it. But I definitely didn't want to be defined by that. So it was kind of an interesting process moving from like being a social media person into like being a complete artist. And that's why I'm really grateful for Travis as well. He gave me a lot of notoriety. But then it was kind of on my end to just like make music that people would appreciate rather than, you know, try to look for issues. And so I just kind of trusted my gut with like a couple things. And honestly, the result that I've gotten has just been mind blowing. And I'm like super grateful for it. And it all ties back to social media. So I'm just blessed and grateful for the start of it, because I didn't really know where it was going when I first started social media, but then it ended up being like my dream and literally getting to love what I do every day. So very grateful for it. It's been the best.
Yeah, definitely a powerful tool when used correctly. But I gotta ask you, because TikTok be figuring out algorithms and stuff. I gotta what your TikTok is looking like when you're scrolling through. What kind of videos are popping up? Because for me, for a while, TikTok had me figured out. There's a lot of girls throwing it back, a lot of videos in video games. I was like, dang, I gotta switch up the algorithm.
Well, you're like, no, I don't really like get on TikTok that much. I don't know. I feel like for a long time, I was like really addicted to it,
Yeah,
like posting like 6 times a day, and then also just on it all the time. And then I kind of just got to the point where I was like, I just stopped watching. So now all of my videos are just my friends. Like it
yeah,
doesn't put up there except I guess my other apps are my friends. So yeah, it's just my homies. So it's funny when people are like, have you seen this video? I'm like, no, and I feel so like left out. I'm like, fuck. just because like I don't get on TikTok that much. But love the app though; it is really fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably for the best. You don't spend much time on it. You get more stuff done.
Yeah, I get into like the really really like dark twisted TikTok because like I haven't been forever, like all the anti jokes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And
So you definitely got to be careful. Um, got some more fan questions for you. This one's from Sierra Lauer 23. She said, if you ever had a movie,
it's really an interesting question because we actually want to make a movie about all of our lives because it's just so bizarre and like
right?
it's like no one really understands what goes on behind the depends on the perspective I'm trying to lay it in. If I'm giving like a more methodical, like truth speaking way, it would probably be something deep, like love leads to change or something like that. I just really I have a couple of catchphrases, but if it was like jokes or something, I don't know. It'd have to be something really funny though, including all of the boys for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Who do you think would play you? Do you think you is
That's
any there?
funny. We're literally